Hello everyone, this is As Mohammad Khan and I welcome you with today's segment student. Today we will discuss two important topics. First is rainwater harvesting and second is water pollution. Yes student, rainwater harvesting. What is it? It is the technique in which the rainwater is stored in the different sources. Means rainwater, when the rain comes, that water is stored with different techniques, and the techniques that are used in this, they are known as by the different names on the different places. Like in our Rajasthan, the rainwater harvesting is done with the help of khadin or kund or sar. These are the terms that are used for the rainwater harvesting. In some houses, the rainwater is stored in the tanks, and the terms that is used for that is roof water harvesting, means roof rainwater harvesting student. Like this, in some places, it is also known as dam checking, means in this, the dams are formed, means building embankment are formed, and with the help of those building embankments, the rainwater is stored at a particular place, and that technique is known as dam checking. And in the small villages, means villages, the water is stored in the form of small ponds, and they are also known as johads in our India. And with the help of that, what is stored student? Groundwater is stored. Like when the water comes on the ground, that water is shipped down under the force of the gravity towards the water table. Means the water that is found just above the rock is known as water table. So that water is shipped by the pores of the soil, and that water comes down towards the rock and form the water table, from which the water level is increased. And rainwater is the important source of water student. Most of the area in our India, the water is stored by the rain. Now we will discuss the advantages of rainwater harvesting. So the first advantage of the rainwater harvesting is it reduces the loss of rainwater. Means rainwater is not lost due to this important process or due to this important technique. Means it is stored as groundwater. Second is it maintains supply of water. Means the water that is stored, that water is utilized on the dry season, means at which season in which the rain is not fall, at that time that water is utilized for the different purposes like the irrigation, drinking, cooking, for the different activities that water is used. Next important is it helps to raise water level. Means due to the rainwater harvesting, we can increase the groundwater level student. In nowadays what is happening, the groundwater level is decreasing day by day. And why is it decreasing student? Because most of the water is utilized by the farmers for the irrigation. And how do they use that water? They use that water with the help of tube wells or submersibles. And in this, they remove the whole water of the ground, from which the groundwater level is decreased. So that water level is maintained with the help of rainwater harvesting. Next importance of this is student, it controls the flood. Means flood does not take place due to the rainwater harvesting, because the most of the water is saved by the ground with the help of percolation. Means the water is absorbed by the ground, and that is known as water percolation student. And due to that, the flood does not take place. Next importance of this is student, it prevents the pollution. Means the groundwater that is stored by the rainwater harvesting, it is not polluted. It is also not breeded by the mosquitoes, and it also does not come in contact with the physical, chemical or biological pollutants because it is totally covered by the ground. So these are the main advantages of the rainwater harvesting. That's why we should promote it. And in our Rajasthan, this technique is used generally to store the water. Like generally in the Rajasthan, the people store the rainwater with the help of roof water harvesting. Means when the water fall on the roofs, that water is stored in the tanks with the help of the pipes. And that water is used for the different purposes by the people. So this technique is used in Rajasthan also. Next is student water pollution. It is the most important burning issue, student, water pollution. Most of the diseases that we have in our daily life, student, those are diseases we have due to the water pollution, means when we drink the polluted water. Now what is water pollution, student? Water pollution is the process in which the undesirable or unwanted substances mix with water and they disturb the composition of water. Means what is the formula of the water? It is H2O, and that composition is disturbed due to the mixing of undesirable substances. Now, the undesirable or unwanted substances that mix with water are known as water pollutants. What we call them, student? Water pollutants. There are three types of water pollutants, student. Physical water pollutants, chemical water pollutants, and biological water pollutants. Now, what are the physical water pollutants, student? Physical water pollutants are the pollutants that disturb the physical composition of water. Means it changes the color and state and smell of the water. Color, taste and smell, and with this the temperature of the water is changed. And that pollutants, means the pollutants that change the color, smell, taste, those all pollutants are known as physical water pollutants, and they are released by the domestic or industrial waste. Especially industrial waste, student. Which type of water is released by the industries? The water that is released that have the high temperature, and that high temperature disturb the physical composition of water. So that pollution is known as physical water pollution, and those pollutants are known as physical water pollutant. Next is chemical, student. Industrial waste also release some chemicals, especially the heavy metals like lead, arsenic, nickel are released. With this, farmers used the pesticide, insecticide, fertilizers in their fields. Due to the overflow of the water by the irrigation that is done by the farmers, then that water comes back to the sources of the water, and that water pollutes the other water, from which the chemical composition is disturbed. Like generally the pesticide and insecticides contain many harmful substances or the toxic substances like DDT, BHC. These are the chemical pollutants, and they disturb the composition of water, student. With this, they also contain some harmful ions like the calcium and magnesium ions, and they also convert the soft water into hard water, student. With this, there is biological pollutants. Now, the biological pollutants also pollute the water, but their disturbance is less than the chemical and physical pollutants. And what are the biological pollutants, student? protozoas, bacteria and viruses, and with this agricultural waste, animal waste and human excreta. These are the biological components that disturb the composition of the water, student, and they are known as biological components. Like the bacteria, like Vibrio coli, that is found in the water, and that Vibrio coli bacteria cause the one disease that is known as cholera. Like this Mycobacterium typhi, it is one bacteria and it causes typhoid. And these bacteria are found inside the water. Like this, some viruses are also found, like the influenza virus. Influenza virus is found in the water. And if we take that water, then we may fall sick and we may have the viral diseases like the corona or COVID-19. This COVID-19 is also caused due to the water pollution. If we take the polluted water, means that the water that have the COVID-19 virus, then that water may work as the carrier and we may fall sick. With this agricultural waste, student, and biological waste, they also disturb the composition of the water and they are known as biological waste. Now we come on the harmful effect of water pollution. First harmful effect is known as biological magnification, student. Like some animals that are found or the plants that are found inside the water or on the surface of the water, those animals or the plants are known as aquatic plants. But when the toxic water, means the chemical containing water, is taken by them, then that chemical substances are magnified in their body, means their concentration is increased via trophic levels. Means when the one particular aquatic plant is taken by the herbivorous aquatic animal, then the concentration of those chemical substances is increased step by step, and that phenomena is known as biological magnification. So biological magnification is the harmful effect of the water pollution. With this disease we may have a different disease like the jaundice, cholera, typhoid. These are the diseases that we may have due to the polluted water. Third is BOD. What is the BOD? Means biological oxygen demand. Means student, when the biodegradable waste or animal waste or plant waste or agricultural waste are found inside the water, then they are decomposed by the bacteria or the fungi. Now in this process, the demand of oxygen is increased, and that oxygen is used by the decomposers, from which the oxygen concentration is reduced in the water, and this process is known as BOD, biological oxygen demand, and that water is polluted. Next is destruction of microorganisms. Due to this, there are some important, like the blue-green algae, they are destroyed due to this BOD or due to the water pollution, student. Next is eutrophication. Means when the nutrients amount is increased inside the water due to the pollution, then that process is known as eutrophication, student. After the eutrophication, there is change in temperature. Means the industries or thermal power plants, they release the high temperature water inside the water sources, due to which the temperature is changed, and that increasing temperature has the adverse effect on the aquatic animals, and due to that they may kill, means the aquatic animals kill. So these are the harmful effects of the water pollution. That's why we should try to protect this important natural resource, and we should also try to conserve it. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.